Welcome to Star Wars News with the Star Wars Daddy. I am your host, your newscaster, your anchorman, the Star Wars Daddy. In today's newscast, we will be covering these stories: Star Wars Celebration merchandise reveal, an AFA screw-up, the immortal Hulk Hogan almost featured in a recent Star Wars project, Gay Toys Incorporated, John Lithgow as Yoda, returning an item with an idiot eBay seller, spring cleaning Star Wars furniture ideas, and of course, a Star Wars Daddy weekly update. Our first story comes to us from Star Wars Celebration Japan. The countdown is on ahead of Star Wars Celebration Japan, and the Road to Celebration pin collection has arrived for pre-order. Launching with the reveal of 3 pre-show sets from artist Jared Maruyama, Set 1 features the original trilogy heroes Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia Organa, Chewbacca, and R2-D2. Set 2 pays homage to the 20th anniversary of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith this year with Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Count Dooku, and Emperor Palpatine. And Set 3 celebrates the Ahsoka series, featuring Ahsoka Tano, Sabine Wren, Professor Hu Yang, and Grand Admiral Thrawn. But the real excitement that fans are actually excited about are the Set 4 pins, featuring the spicier side of Star Wars and celebrating the less-known underground lore that you might not know about. The artist Jeremy Wurst has been featured with his version of Ahsoka Tano. The always sexy Darth Talon, as cosplayed by Grace McClung. The pin set then transitions over to Butts on Things by Brian Cook Art. One of the fan favorites is Yoda, who appears as though he's been busy doing squats on Dagobah, which is followed up by the next in line fan favorite R2-D2, who has apparently been single long enough, is out on the prowl, and ladies, is the droid you're looking for. And finally, to wrap up Set 4 of this amazing pin collection, is Jar Jar Binks by Fuzzball, which is made after the incredibly inappropriate sucker where kids sucked on the Gungan's candy tongue. Pin sets will be available to ticket holders beginning on February 25th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, February 26th at 10 a.m. Japan Standard Time. Road to Celebration pin set will only be available to ticket holders during this pre-sale and will not be available for purchase on site. AFA is in hot water after a pretty big screw-up on a graded Jedi Luke Skywalker. Or are they? Our good buddy Thomas Fagan took to the Death Star Gift Shop Facebook group to list his grievances about a recent submission he got back from AFA earlier this month. It appears, with all of the bankruptcy talk going on with Diamond Distributors, AFA is cutting back costs and trying to use less acrylic with their graded action figures, as we see in this post next to me. AFA is shaving off 4 millimeters on all dimensions of their casings. It's been assumed that this will save the grading company an entire 3 cents per submission. Assuming they get 1,000 submissions per week, it comes to about $30, $120 per month. Some analysts commend AFA for these cutbacks and believe that this will save AFA from being included in Diamond's bankruptcy. I'm still a skeptic on this. And the more I look at what AFA is doing here, it could be more than meets the eye. Is it possible that AFA is creating unknown variants of smashed-nosed Jedi Luke Skywalkers? Did the value in their inventory just triple? Quadruple? We may never know. Until we have real answers, it's safe to say that AFA just screwed this one up and really ticked off Thomas. Hulk Hogan has reportedly claimed that he was offered the part of Admiral Thrawn in Star Wars Ahsoka. He says, "They approached me to appear in the new Star Wars series as the heel character, but when they told me I had to be painted blue top to bottom, I told them, 'That don't work for me, brother.'" Hulk Hogan also said he turned down the role for the film The Wrestler. "I was approached 3 times to do the movie The Wrestler, that Mickey Rourke part. And I kept telling them if I did it, the film would suck. I did a movie called No Holds Barred about a wrestler, my first movie with New Line Cinema. It did incredibly well, made for $3 million and did about $50 million, which for a low-budget movie is unheard of. So I did 2 other films with New Line Cinema, Suburban Commando and Mr. Nanny, low-budget films that made a lot of money. When the script for the wrestler kept coming to me, I said, this movie is so good, if you put me in the film as a wrestler, people are going to say, no credibility. Hulk Hogan isn't a good actor, whatever Hollywood thinks of me. As soon as they put Mickey Rourke in there, I knew it had a chance, and he did such a great, great job. It relit his career. Hulk Hogan also claimed that he was offered to play the leading role in the 1986 cult classic movie Highlander. He continued to lie and mentioned he just received an offer to be an actual Hulk, the Hulk, in the upcoming Avengers movie, but only if he was able to play Hulk as the Hulk. I guess being painted up green from head to toe wasn't as bad as being painted blue? Gay Toys Incorporated has me thrown for a loop and has my wife questioning my Google search history. As I was scrolling through a saved eBay seller's inventory, I thought I spotted a funny autocorrect typo in the title of one of their listings. It was for this vintage 1970s Gay Toys Chevrolet Corvette Stingray car with box from one of my favorite eBay sellers, Toy Scout. My dad used to race a 1965 convertible Stingray when he was younger, so I thought this one might be close or similar to that car for an upcoming birthday or Christmas gift. When I read the description of the item, I found that this wasn't a typo at all. There really was a Gay Toys company. They came out in 1962 in Walled Lake, Michigan. Gay Toys produced plastic toys for dime stores. Unfortunately, they decided to change their name in 1987 to American Plastic Toys after they were getting confused with other companies also named Gay Toys. While I was researching this story, I harmlessly Google searched Gay Toys Incorporated, and after clicking on links which I thought would take me to plastic toys made for dime stores, I found myself lost in toys that I'm not sure my mind can erase. After what seemed like hours, I was able to escape my research and then force myself to stare at my Pamela Anderson car freshener to get back on track, which reminded me I needed to get a new one as this Pamela's scent is worn out. And to my glee, I then found this multi-collector's pack of all of the women from Baywatch on eBay, which is now on its way to my house. When they all arrive, I will put these up everywhere as part of my recovery. Unfortunately, my wife doesn't believe a second of this story and keeps touting that this has been fake news. Hey, Carl. Hey, Star Wars Daddy. What are you doing back here on Hoth? Weren't you supposed to have escaped in the Rebel transport? Yeah, I did escape by sneaking into the septic area of the Rebel transport where no one would know I ran away from that fighting. But I've come back here because I heard about your memberships that offer extreme perks that make your nipples perk. The only place I can imagine my nipples perking is here, back on Hoth. Carl, you didn't actually need to come back here to Hoth to have your nipples perk. All you had to do is click the links under the name on my YouTube profile. It's right over here. Choose memberships and follow the steps. What extreme perks come with these nipples? I mean memberships. I'm glad you asked, Carl. We have a special Star Wars emojis for memberships only in comments and live chats. Darth Vader badges next to your name to show tenure. Future member only videos and access to all videos early. Shoutouts on every video. A bonus action figure and Star Wars Daddy stickers on your next eBay purchase. Free shipping on 2 of the tiers for loose action figures and accessories on eBay, as well as an additional savings for the top tier member. Entries into our monthly Star Wars giveaways, an Adam Gothard designed 3D printed Darth Vader bust with Daddy written on the front, and 2 of the tiers offer a free exclusive members-only Star Wars Daddy t-shirt after certain tenure. Wow, that's amazing. So you're telling me I can have all those extreme perks here? Yep. What about here? Yep. I'm signing up. Thanks, Carl. I knew I could count on you. And at home, make sure to follow the steps in this commercial to be a part of the Star Wars Daddy memberships, where I get to directly thank you for all of your support. Can't wait to grow this channel with all of you, no matter if you're on Hoth, Tatooine, or on Kashyyyk, or if you're a little daddy, a daddy, or a big daddy. Links are also in the description of this video. Thanks everyone, and who is your daddy? When you think about the voice of Yoda, the name that immediately comes to mind is Frank Oz. But others have voiced this character, including Tom Kane, Piotr Michael, and John Lithgow. John Lithgow recently caught up with Collider's Steve Weintraub for the film The Rule of Jenny Penn, and he spoke about not only remembering every detail about playing Yoda, but also the hilarious way in which he first landed the role.
I'll tell you the story as quickly as I can. I was acting in a play on Broadway directed by John Madden. He was directing me in Beyond Therapy on Broadway, but in those days, he was a very successful radio director, and they'd hired him to do the Empire Strikes Back radio production. And he had Billy D. Williams and Anthony Daniels and Mark Hamill, but Frank Oz had chosen not to play Yoda because he was very doctrinaire about only using his voice when he used a puppet. Not unlike Dave Creeley, I might add. John was pissing and moaning over lunch one day during a rehearsal break that he couldn't find a Yoda. And I said, "Oh, impatient is he?" And I got the role like that, running up to the camera. "Now I am getting closer."
It's been almost 30 years since Lithgow voiced Yoda in the Empire Strikes Back radio dramatizations. And while he never took on the role in live action, his career has certainly not suffered from it. But isn't it weird that John pretended to be an alien from another planet, visiting Earth in a plan to eventually destroy all of mankind as a character named Dick on a hilarious TV series called Third Rock from the Sun? How is it that in one of these episodes, if he really was John Lithgow, playing a made-up role, that he somehow forgot that he played the part of Yoda and knew the entire storyline of Star Wars, but here in this clip coming up, somehow forgets everything about Star Wars? Could it be that he really was from another planet and that Dick really was an alien coming here to destroy all of mankind? Only time will tell.
I can't believe we had to give up our table for Luke Skywalker. Ooh, look at me. I'm so important. My father's Darth Vader. He is.
I recently had the pleasure of filing a return on eBay for a modern Star Wars action figure that I planned on sending in to be loose graded. When I first looked at the listing, the title claimed that the Chrysantan was complete, all in caps. Even in the item description, it stated the figure was complete. This action figure was part of Hasbro's initiatives to cut down on plastic and encapsulated the figure in cardboard, which makes it tough to tell all the parts that are supposed to come with this figure. At the time I went to bid on this item, I had also bid on a few other figures from the same seller, so thought I'd throw this one in to save on the shipping costs. When I got all of the figures and began to log them in with CAS, I looked at CAS's example of this figure and noticed that their example showed the rifle having a scope on it. I hunted in the baggie that the figure was in, checked the padded envelope that all the figures were sent in, and didn't see any scope. I then went back to the listing and saw that the scope wasn't shown in the only pic that the seller put in the listing. So I filed a return. The seller states on their listing that they don't accept returns, but I knew eBay's money-back guarantee had me covered. This is how the interaction went with First Order Toys Company out of California. For the reason of the return, I typed, Item's title and description said the action figure was complete, but the rifle accessory is missing a small scope piece that goes into it. So it doesn't match item description of being complete. In the pic, you can see where the scope piece was supposed to be, as the rifle is indented where the missing scope would have been attached. The seller responded, "Well, it was there as I didn't just include it. I can offer you a couple bucks back, but I don't accept returns, so won't be able to help you there. You could have simply messaged me as well. Let me know if you want a few bucks back, as that's all I can offer you." He states that it was there even though it wasn't in his own pictures of the item. I responded, "Unfortunately, I was sending this off to be graded and now I can't because of the missing item. So need to do a full return as this item is worthless in its current incomplete state. If you don't want to honor the return, I'll just rely on eBay's good old trusty money-back guarantee return process." He responds, "Well, that would be unfortunate because I could take you to small claims court for breaking a legal binding contract, but since you're so hard up, I'll just refund you. I'll also be reporting you to eBay for falsely using returns. Have a great though." A great though? Do I really need to say anything more about this dope? The bread is in the pudding. Sheep dung pudding. Don't eat sheep dung like this eBay seller.
Tell him the ending. That's the best part. Oh, yeah. And to be completely honest, sir, I have no brother. It was me. I ate sheep. I swear I did.
Yes, clever twist on the end there.
Spring is upon us, and all of my advertisements on social media are geared towards new furniture and upgrading the home. We just recently had custom outdoor blinds installed on our top deck patio area, purchased new outdoor seating for that area, and have made some landscaping improvements already. I'm looking to add a focal point piece of furniture for my home to really bring out my love for Star Wars. I'd love to go over the slideshow I made of furniture pieces I found and have you leave me a comment in the video letting me know which piece of furniture I should go with. To start off small, we have these end couch pieces that look like they came right off the Death Star, or possibly a comfy couch that looks and feels like sitting on a Wookiee, or maybe it's actually a bunch of chopped up Ewoks. Who knows? Something a little more laid back and feels like summer is this Millennium Falcon gigantic beanbag that me and the entire family can lounge on. When the temperature gets warmer, having this R2-D2 fridge will come in handy with all of my ice-cool beverages. How about a land speeder bed down here in my man cave, where I can take long naps as I rest from all my eBay listings? Or maybe I go with one of these amazing couches. The first is a Millennium Falcon couch. Or swing for the fences with this custom dewback couch that makes you feel like you're part of the dewback family, cuddled right up with Mama Dewback. Or last, where I spend most of my time, on this Sarlacc pit toilet that promises to devour anything that gets near it. Better make sure I don't tuck too much when seated, or we could have a real problem on our hands. In Star Wars Daddy news, we released 5 videos last week and 3 shorts. We had 2,000 views, 8 new subscribers, and 1 new member, taking our total to 25. We had 121 likes, 12 shares, and 45 comments, capping off another amazing week. Make sure to check out the Garbage Pail Star Wars mashup card ripping video I did with Aiden Jam, who's over on YouTube Kids. It was really quite the collab. I then blew everyone away with my CAS unboxing video where I unveiled 18 incredible items, including a painted head Taiwan Boba Fett ×2, a graded excited C-3PO error custom card, custom Mandalorian pieces, and plenty of Lily Letty items to keep your interest. This Sunday, we have an unboxing review of HasLab's Ghost vehicle, which blew my mind on its size and weight. It's going to be a great video as I compare it next to the Razor Crest vehicle. Wednesday will be episode 66 of our weekly eBay Star Wars listing videos, where I recap all of the sales that happened on my eBay site from this Sunday, where we have 11 last 17s up for sale, including the elusive Yak Face. Make sure to check out the links in the description of this video to find my eBay in case you're looking to fill any holes in your collection. Thank you for all of the support by liking, subscribing if you haven't already, and hitting that bell notification so you can be notified of all the upcoming content I just listed. And don't forget to comment and let me know what your favorite furniture piece was, or to tell me which news story you found to be most captivating. Collectors, remember to keep things classy and never forget, who is your daddy? I almost said gay guys. All right, that'll be a blooper at the end. Has me thrown for a loop and has my wife questioning my goob. You believe the gay part. That's what you believe. That's what I'm saying. I just wanted to say the word dick really loud over and over.